Hi everyone, it's Miriam with a Y. I know a lot of you like making coasters and have asked if I would. Except for a couple, I've skipped coasters as a topic because so many people already make coaster videos, and I don't want to just make another one that's already out there. My goal with this channel is to hopefully show you different ideas, which is why if you haven't subscribed yet, you should do that like right now. Something to know about me, I love glitter. Like, a lot. This is only about a quarter of my glitter. But I'm also mindful of the fact that too much glitter in a piece can look, well, you know, a little gaudy. There's a fine line between sparkly and pretty and my crossing over into having a piece look like a Christmas tree exploded on my art project. That's rarely the look I want. So very often, instead of glitter, I will reach for mica powder because it's more subdued and it looks a little bit more, I don't know, refined. I have a lot of those too. However, as beautiful as mica is, sometimes it's a little too subdued. It's not sparkly enough. I realize that what I really want is something in between fine glitter and mica. You know how sometimes you want a particular art supply, like you know in your mind what you need, and you think it just must exist, I just have to find it. Well, I was sure there had to be a finer glitter than this. I just never seen it. Well, it exists in the scrapbooking and card making world, of which I know very little. Though I'm pretty sure there's a card maker living inside of me and she is dying to come out. We may have to let her out one day. So, in my hunt, I discovered this. Finer than fine glitter and sparklier than mica. These come in 60 open stock colors, I believe. And then there are 15 extra colors that come in 3 special sets with 5 colors each. Each set has a theme, like this one is beach, and this one is earth. I watched some tutorials on how this stuff works. I called the company, I asked lots of questions, and ultimately I thought, we could use this in our fluid art. A ton of ideas started forming in my head. So, today's project is an introduction to this beautiful glitter, in case you're like me and have never heard of it before. If all goes well, I think really gorgeous pieces will be in our future. Now, before we move on, I need to take a moment to say thank you very much to those of you that have become patrons. There's more reward fun ahead for you on Patreon. Many, many thanks to those of you that have kindly sent contributions this month and amazing tools and supplies from my wish list. You all greatly help make this channel live. Thank you. For this project, I'm going to be using 2 colors from Elizabeth Craft Designs, the company that makes this beautiful glitter. I'll also be using their clear double-sided adhesive. I have the 4-inch wide roll. It comes as a 25 meter or 27 yard roll. There's a lot of tape. Now, first off, I want you to know that this stuff is not like your stationery store double stick tape. This stuff is seriously strong in its stickiness, which is a good thing. Like, I think if I wrapped a watermelon in this stuff and I threw it up to my ceiling, I'm kind of thinking the watermelon would not be coming back down. Very sticky. Now, I have to choose my colors. I know you think I'm going to choose teal and purple, and I want to. But I want to make fall color loving viewers happy too. And it is fall after all. So let's go with this really gorgeous deep brown. Let's see, what's the name? Copper bronze. Let's go with that color. And I need a contrast. I think this one's a little lighter. And that is from the Beach collection, and that is called Sand Dunes. Let's take a quick look. So this is the copper bronze. And then this is Sand Dunes. I think they're going to look awesome together. For my coaster, I chose this 4-inch piece of 1/8 inch thick MDF. These come in packs of 6. And like everything else I'm using today, I will put links for these in the description box below the video. Now, you can definitely do this project on a white ceramic tile as well, but if you do, opt for the full sheets of the double-sided adhesive or get the 6-inch wide roll, because 4-inch ceramic tiles are really 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and this tape is really 4 inches. So it would be a little small for this. The MDF is actually 3.9 inches, so it's perfect for this. Now, initially, I had thought about practicing making this project before filming, but then I thought, you know, I really should let you see someone trying this who's never done it before. So, if I mess up, be kind. Because my plan is to add a resin layer later, I've gone ahead and taped the back of my coaster with blue painter's tape to prevent any possible resin drips from sticking there if resin runs over the side. I've also gone ahead and painted my edges with a metallic gold paint to give the edges, you know, a more finished look than they had before. I'm pulling this out and positioning it. I'm going to try to get as good a line edge as possible, so I only have 3 sides to trim. All right. I think that's good. And then I'm going to flip this over. Put this on my little cutting mat. Free the roll. And I'm going to put this back in its bag right away, because you know how like tape can, if you leave it out, can get lint on the edge and everything. I don't want that to happen to this. I want this to stay as pristine as roll as possible. So I'm putting this back in its bag right now. Just trim. Okay, now for the fun. I've got a piece of lace that I want to reproduce in glitter on my coaster. Now I have to decide where I want to place my lace. Like, what is it that I want to reproduce? I could certainly go with this area and get that pattern down, but I really want to see how this whole glitter thing works, so I'm going to choose this more complicated area, sort of like this. So now I have to peel back this layer, and do not throw this piece out. We'll be using it again, and also it'll be useful in other projects. All right, so now this is crazy sticky, and I am now going to position our lace, kind of trying to go by the flowers, and okay. And then now with this, I'm going to press my lace down, make sure that it's really in the sticky really well. This is so bizarre. Okay, it is down. Els from Elizabeth Craft Designs recommends working on a Swiffer sheet as your backdrop to catch stray glitter. I don't have a Swiffer sheet, so I just have a piece of paper. And she also recommends using a coffee filter because it has no static charge, and it will make it easier for you to pour off your extra glitter. Now, This is the crazy part. I am going to pour this all on my lace and tile, and I'm going to sort of let it get everywhere. All right, I'm not very graceful about this. And then tap it all off. I'm getting as much excess to fall off as I can. Fold my coffee filter and pour this back. I don't know, I think working on the paper itself might have been just as easy. Not sure. Okay, now burnish the glitter down. I am making sure that the glitter is well adhered to the double-sided adhesive. Well, this would never work with mica. If you did this with mica, the mica would just become permanently embedded in the lace. There's no way it would ever be coming out. But I can see that this is actually clearing the lace. Like, it's not, wherever I burnish, I'm actually brushing it off, which is mind-blowing. And there's hardly any on my finger. That's kind of mind-blowing too. Okay, I think this is as burnished as it's gonna be. At this stage, I recommend brushing off your extra with what's called a mop brush, kind of like a makeup brush. It's really soft. And they sell this set, very reasonable. This was $6, and these are nice brushes. I like the handle. Okay, so, and you brush off any loose glitter. Alrighty. Since I don't have a Swiffer, I'm using a sort of half-dry baby wipe. I usually use this to clean off mica and stuff from my silicone mat because it picks it all up really nicely, so I figured it would work, and it's doing a really good job. So in the absence of a Swiffer, I'm recommending a baby wipe. All right, now, I don't even understand this part. Now we peel back the lace. Let me zoom you in, because if this works, that's going to be kooky crazy. All right. Oh, but look at this. All right, wait. I have to use this to hold on because I don't want... Oh, stop. Look at that. Look at that. That is crazy. Oh, that's too cool. All right, now this area, this exposed area is all sticky. So guess what? Now you pour the other one on top because we've already burnished the first one. So this can only stick where it's sticky. All right, I'm just going to pour over the whole thing this time because I will learn the proper way to do this with practice. But today is not that day. Today is the, let's just, oh. Okay, wait, let me see. Oh, stop. You guys. That's nutty. Okay, I'm just taking this off, but now I gotta deal with that before we do the pretty. And what's amazing is you use so little. Like, the jar is totally full again, because I mean, it's so little that got used. This jar is gonna go a long way. So now you burnish the second color, and in burnishing, oh Oh, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I am just so blown away right now. This is probably the most fun I've ever had with glitter. Ever, ever, ever. And I love glitter and thought I had done everything with it. Can you see the little webbing details? And wait a minute, let me look at the lace. Look at that. The lace is hardly affected. I almost can't tell where I used. Like it's hard. Oh yeah, I can tell it's over here. Oh, but I can just brush it up. Look at that. And now we're gonna resin this. And what's so great is if I had used like a glue or something, I would have to wait for the glue to dry and cure and everything before it would be safe to add resin. But I can just go resin this right now because there's nothing to wait for. Wow. Okay, let's do that. Okay, I was about to mix up some resin, and I thought, you know, I don't want to mix up resin for one coaster. That would just be a shame. So let's make another one. So this time I got all bold and decided to get all creative with my lace. So I cut it in 2 pieces and placed it this way. I think it might be fun. I chose a color that's like teal. It's actually called midnight blue. So not technically a teal. Okay, it looks a lot like a teal, but it's really, really dark and I've never used a color like this. So I think it's stunning. And then I decided that I really wanted a very loud color as the lace color. So I'm going with this leaf green. Let's see what happens. All right, I'm just going to just pour over the whole thing because for me, that seems to be the easiest thing to do than to try to do the tilting, getting it into all the crevices. This is easier for me. It's even fun to watch it fall off. Brushing off the excess. Look at that. It doesn't even stick to the lace. Isn't that bizarre? Like I would think it totally would, but it doesn't. That stuff is like magic. Okay. I have a shocking piece of news to tell you right now. This video is about to end. Why? Just because I know that some of you don't want to sit and watch a really long video in one sitting. So I've broken this up into 2 smaller bites. But for the rest of you who just groaned instead, you don't have to wait a couple of days for part 2. You don't even have to wait 1 day for part 2. Hit subscribe now if you haven't already, and the thumbs up to let me know what you think so far, and leave a comment too. I love reading your thoughts and ideas. Part 2 will be out just half an hour after this one. Yep. So unless you started watching this in the first few minutes after I posted it, it's already there waiting for you. Plus, there's another bonus. I called Elizabeth Craft Designs today. I spoke to a couple of people there and told them that I think you're all going to want some of this glitter too. Because, you know, I want every single color, so I can't imagine you don't want a few. And I asked them if they'd consider a coupon code. Well, they talked it over, and later in the day, they gave us a 20% off total purchase coupon code that you could use. And but you have to watch part 2 to get that code for this incredible glitter and adhesive. The outcome after I tried this glitter under resin, I don't think you want to miss any of that. So, see you in part 2. In other words, see you later. So bye, just for now.